When we get in this casino, we're going to take our time. We're going to be patient. And we both walking out of here with a briefcase tonight. Let's get this money. Let's get this money. Hey, how you doing, Miss Lady? My name is Kens. You ready to get this? What's your name? Okay, it's nice to meet you. You ready to get this money? We gonna get paid tonight. You feel me? You ready to get this money? Let's get this money. Hey, bro, did you see her? I mean, I know you seen her because I seen you watching her. Oh, did you see her in them brown pants that just walked? Hey, I think she's feeling me, man. She got a dude here, but I think she feeling old Kens, bro. Hey, 3, you remember old girl that I was sitting next to at the blackjack table? Yeah, hey, I've been talking to her the last few weeks, man. She feeling me. She gonna come down here this weekend and spend the weekend with me. I ain't lying, I'm telling you, man. She's coming, bro. Man, I know I had $400 on me last night when I went to bed. I don't know what I done looked everywhere for this money. I know old girl ain't, nah, she wouldn't do that. Where'd the money go? I know old girl ain't stole my money when I was asleep. Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again. Real Kens TV in the house like motherfucking kitchen sinks. So I'm sitting back and I'm minding my business, not bothering anybody. And I'm on Facebook and I get an inbox. So I look at the inbox. It's from an individual. It's from a woman that I dealt with many moons ago. Now, when I say many moons ago, not literally many moons ago, more like about 15 years ago. And I'm like, wow. Her name is Nina. And I'm like, wow. I wonder what made me cross her mind, to where she, actually took the time to inbox me. Now, before I get into today's story, understand that I'm the self-proclaimed Mr. 30 Minutes or Better. Meaning that anytime I drop a video or a story, it's guaranteed to be at least 30 minutes or better. So if you're on your way to work, you're at work, you don't feel like being there, your co-workers is getting on your nerves, they talking too much, this is not payday week, the chair is stinking and shit. You know how you sit in the chair and you get up and whoever was sitting there prior to you was stinking, so now it's all in your pants. You're on your way home from work, you need to laugh, you need to cry. You need to lay down and take a nap, or perhaps you're trying to go sleep at night, depending on whatever time you're listening or viewing this video. Or you're just in a mood for a good old-fashioned true, keyword being true, penitentiary / life story / life experience. This is the channel for you. So if you like the 8, 10, 12-minute, 15-minute videos, absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But at Real Kens TV, it's 30 minutes or better. So with all that being said, and to wrap all of that up into one big nutshell, there is a message. So as I mentioned, I'm looking at the message and, how you been doing or what have you. So I'm a little reluctant because of the way that things sort of ended for us. But I'm not a bitter individual. So hey, how you doing? I'm cool. How things been going? Just the... You know how it is when you haven't talked to somebody in a while, whatever. You asking questions you really don't care, but you trying to be cordial about, hey, how the kids doing? How your son's doing or whatever. So we go back and forth, messaging. And there it came. Well, I was just in a situation and I know I haven't talked to you in a while, but you've always been on my mind, and I hate to ask you this because I hate asking people for stuff. But is there any way, I'm in a situation, I'm stuck. Is there any way you can cash out me $300? I promise I get paid Friday and I'll send it back. Oh, this is what this is about. No, it's nothing like that. I've been thinking about you anyway. I just, I've been going through some things in life, and I was in a relationship, and I thought that it was going to be this, and I had moved to a totally different state, and things didn't, go as planned, and they didn't work out the way that I thought that they were going to work out. So now let me give you all the backstory on this, and then we'll ultimately catch up to the message requesting $300 from O'Kenzie Kens. As I mentioned, probably 14, 15 years ago, I'm at the casino. See, back then, you all that follow me and frequent my stories, you understand that, I had a tendency to be in the casino pretty regular back then. One thing I want to say before I go along with this story, or finish this story, or continue this story, if you will, shout out to all my truck drivers, man. Every opportunity, every story, I'm going to always shout out the truck drivers, man. You know, you're on them roads, it's dangerous, the weather's getting ready to change, you know, certain states or what have you. And, you know, you putting in them shifts, you know, you dropping them loads off in big loads, man. You know what I mean? Pause. Double pause, triple pause. But no, being serious, you know, 9, 10, 12, 16 hour, you know, trips or what have you. A lot of them say, hey, Kens, man, we definitely, you know, we appreciate your stories, you know, it helps to get us, and not just the truck drivers, anybody that's working, anybody that you know, I help get through their shifts, or just hard times, slow times, boring times, whatever the scenario is. I appreciate all of you all. So shout out to everybody. I'm at the casino. Typically when I would go to the casino back then, I would be at the crap table. Every once in a while, I might go to the blackjack table, but most of the time, you're going to find me at the crap table. This particular evening that we were at the casino, me and my partner, W3, I speak about him quite often. Still cool to this day. Just got off the phone with him not long ago. With the blackjack table. We doing okay. We're not really, you know, killing it or anything, but, you know, we're doing decent. This young lady comes and she sits down beside me. Actually, I take that back. So let's rewind that. For y'all that don't know, I do the manual rewind because sometimes I just don't feel like editing the video and taking it out. When we go to the blackjack table, a young lady, she's already sitting there. Now, W3, he always likes to sit on the end. Me, myself, I'm going to sit wherever. It doesn't matter. So I sit right beside her. We're playing. I don't know, maybe 20 minutes goes past. You know, when you win and everybody's friendly and giving each other, hey, yeah, good hit, and, you know, high fives, and, you know, everything's all good. Her and I begin to conversate. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, man, she's beautiful. Beautiful young lady. As I'm looking at her, I'm kind of, you know, I'm looking at her face, but, you know, you can't help but see her. She's sitting down, but you can still, you know, see her physical gifts, if you will. Probably about 10 minutes passes. She gets up. She's like, could you hold my spot? I'm going to go to the restroom or whatever. She gets up. She goes to the bathroom. When she goes to the bathroom, the whole table is looking like, God damn. Even the dealer was looking. I'm talking about, man, she was absolutely stacked. And I say that in the most respectful way as I possibly can. Little bitty waist, big old hips. I mean, she was just a physical specimen. She was about, I don't know, she wasn't that tall, maybe 5'8". She was about my complexion. She had like a little short haircut. It was kind of like a little afro. Oh, man, the skin was flawless. The smile was flawless. Her teeth was, you know, just bright white. They were straight. I already told you all about the body. I mean, she was really like, she was it. She got on these brown stretch pants. I'm like, my goodness. Oh, Ken's got to say something. I had already been, like I said, having small talk with her, but nothing, you know, out of the norm. She comes back. Because it was one of those situations to where, you know, the dealer, you know, it was time to reshuffle the cards or what have you. So she comes back. She sits at the table. I believe everybody wins a couple hands. Again, everybody's happy or what have you. Then I see a dude walk up. Dude walks up. He's standing behind her. Dude kind of looks like me. Same complexion. Had short hair at the time. I didn't have these back then. See, I didn't have these back then. You know, my hair was short, and, you know, like I said, the dude was really similar to me. He was a little taller than me, though. I don't know. It was a long time, so I want to say, 14, 15 years. He had to have been every bit of 5'11". He had to have been every bit of 5'11". So he's standing there. She's, you know, they're kind of talking, what have you. They're not really having much conversation, but they're talking. She's concentrating on the game. You know, when you at the casino, man, you're trying to win that money. You don't really have too much time for anything else outside of winning that money, that cornbread, that Skrilla, that cornbread and that cabbage. He ends up leaving the table maybe about 5 minutes. I guess he goes back and plays. He was playing the little slot machines or whatever. So I guess he goes back to the slot machines. Okay. A few minutes passes, maybe about 10 more minutes passes. Is that your dude? She was like, something like that. I'm like, okay, I feel you. More and more time goes past. She's winning, I'm winning, the table's winning. Once again, everybody's happy. Now, I'm trying to create a scenery for you all so you can, because for you all that go to the casino, but some people don't go to the casino. But you would imagine that, one could imagine, rather, if you win in money, it's going to be a happy atmosphere. I end up asking her for a phone number. No, I'm dead wrong, because she didn't clearly told me that she was at the casino with this dude. Ask her for a number. Well, I don't think that would be appropriate, even though he's not my actual boyfriend, but I did come with him, and he's somebody that I've been talking to, and I respect that. Well, where you from? I'm from Gary, Indiana. I'm from Gary, Indiana. Okay, Gary, Indiana. She said, you got social media? I said, yeah, I got Facebook. She was like, well, I tell you what, I'm gonna give you my name, and you can, hit me up on Facebook. What's your name? She tells me a name or what have you. I look her up right then and there, because I waited for the dealer to have to, redeal whatever, reshuffle the cards rather. Step away from the table, look her up. Boom, I see it. I send her a friend request. We sit back down at the table. I say, yeah, I seen you on Facebook. I sent you a friend request. She was like, all right, that's cool. I said, make sure you hit me up. She was like, I'll think about it. I ain't tripping, because I already know that I have access to her at this point, man. Y'all rock with me. Y'all jump in the comments and tell me where you chiming in from. It's 30 minutes or better. We don't rush stories over here. Like I said, if you don't like, if you want the stories that are rushed to just get right into the story, it's the wrong channel, man. 30 minutes or better, man. So at this point, we've been at the table maybe, I don't know, maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We've had plenty of conversation. But the dude keeps coming back to the table, so I can't really, kick my theory the way that I want to kick it. Because this dude being selfish. Imagine that. This dude is coming to the table to check on his woman. He being selfish, because now I can't really, he's messing up the flow of the conversation. Plus, I'm getting my swerve on. I'm sipping on Patron. Me and W3 done probably W3 really. He done probably bought the whole table, rounds of drinks or what have you. So, we having fun. It's a good night. We end up leaving the casino, what have you. She leaves, we end up leaving. That same night, I shoot her a message. I don't really hear anything. Well, actually, I don't. I don't hear anything back from this young lady. Man, about 2 days later, I see she accepts the friend request. So I know that she's seen it, because she accepted it. Duh. But she didn't respond to my message. I can't get her out of my head. I'm thinking about her the whole time. Like, man, woo. I shoot her another message. This time I listen. I understand that a lot of dudes, probably flood your inbox. I understand that you're in a situation, with somebody. I understand, I'm being contrite. I'm being understanding. I'm being humble. See, I understand that the way that she looked, she probably can't even go to the gas station without being approached by a dude. She can't go to the grocery store. She can't go to the garbage can. Anywhere she goes, a dude is going to be like, hey, excuse me, can I talk to you first? So I understood that I had to approach this from a totally different angle, if you will. Understand that you probably used to getting approached, in a certain way, and just getting approached on a regular basis. But I just want to let you know, I'm not your typical dude. Now, I didn't say that, but that's along the lines of what I was saying. I just didn't say it in those specific words. I'm looking for something more out of life. I'm looking for somebody I can build with, somebody I can grow with, somebody that I can grow old with, have kids with, just, and I got that vibe in the brief time that we spoke, the brief conversation that we had. I got that vibe about you. And I apologize if I'm coming off a little strong initially. But that's just the way that I feel. And, and I broke it down like that. Next thing I know, she responds back immediately. Maybe not immediately, but, it was the next day or so. That was such a sweet message. Nobody's ever come at me like that. Nobody's ever, and you're right, most guys, they just want to get in my pants and they see my physical features and my attributes and they don't understand that I'm educated and, I work my own job and I don't ask anybody for anything. And, she went through the typical things that women tend to say. And so from that point on, it was just like we hit it off. We hit it off immediately. We were talking on the phone every day. We were talking on the phone till the wee hours of the morning, till she, could no longer stay on the phone because she had to get up and go to work the next morning. And it was just a beautiful thing, man. We probably talked for a good, probably a good 3 weeks. Every day, several times throughout the day. How you doing, man? Just checking on you, was thinking about you. All the sweet things that you do in the beginning of, meeting someone or in a relationship. And, I just found myself thinking about you. And oh my goodness, man. Your smile. The conversation that we had last night when we got off the phone, I couldn't even really, I couldn't concentrate. I'm walking around and people's asking me like, what's going on with you, man? You just have a new glow about yourself. And, I'm telling her all of these things that at the time I'm truly, truly feeling. As I mentioned, probably about 3 weeks goes past. She decides she's going to come and visit. Now, she's from Gary, but she lived in Indianapolis. Shout out to Indianapolis, Naptown. She decides she's going to come and visit. And I'm looking at this. I'm kind of like, now, don't get me wrong. I didn't have my fair share. I was younger. I don't quite operate like, even I'm single now, but I don't operate the way that I used to operate because I was younger then. So I've had my fair share, but I'm looking at her and it's kind of like I'm in awe. Like, man, she's fooling with me. I'm trying to tell you all, she was bad. Yeah, I just been thinking about you and I think I want to come and see you. Indianapolis from Lexington is about 2.5, no more than 3 hours away. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm used to driving. I'm used to hitting the highway, whatever. So she comes to see me. Now, when she comes, I tell her, you don't got to worry about nothing. I send her some little gas money, whatever. I pay for her gas. I think I sent like $100 or something like that. Then when she got down here, she had like a nicer car. So we would take her car, fill the tank up, pay for all the entertainment, as I should, pay for food or whatever. She didn't have to spend a dime unless she wanted to go shopping or something like that. But outside of that, she didn't have to spend a dime coming down here. We had a great time, man. We kicked it the entire weekend. I'm talking about, she got here on a Friday. She ended up leaving on Sunday, and it was just a beautiful weekend. We went out all day Saturday, Sunday, took her on the town, took her to different places. Lexington is not much to do, but it was just a change of scenery for her. So we went out. Everything was cool. She ended up leaving Sunday. We both sad, sitting around, puppy face, because it was time for her to go back to her regular life. Things continued. When she got back home, we still talked every day. Nothing changed. A couple weeks later, she came back again. Same scenario. I sent her the money for gas or whatever. Everything is everything. Everything was cool. She probably came down maybe about 4, maybe even 5 times. We never really even had an argument. We didn't have any sort of situations, any sort of disagreements, nothing. Everything was just beautiful. I'm talking to her one day. I noticed that she's not her same, she doesn't have the same enthusiasm, the same morale as she typically has. What's wrong, baby? Oh, nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I understand, I've been talking to you every day, at this point. At this point, we've been talking for months. Every day, this is not how you normally act. It's not how you normally talk. And you're kind of being, a little distant and quiet. I just don't want to trouble you with my troubles. Talk to me. I'm your man. I'm your boo, man. You my boo-nopolis, right? Talk to me. You should be able to talk to me. Well, I just had a situation and my account was levied and something happened, and I don't remember at this point exactly what it was. but it was like $1,500 that was taken out of her account. Can't remember if the account got hacked, if it got levied, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember it was $1,500. And I just don't know what I'm gonna do because I've gotten behind on my car payment and I just haven't said anything to anyone. I don't like asking anyone for anything. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose my car. And she had a nice car. She had it was a white, I think it was a white, it was a brand new Camry, like a newer Camry. And it was the hybrid. It was nice. So I'm like, wow, how long has this been going? This has been going on for, the last, month or so, 3 weeks, and I just didn't want to say anything. So you need $1,500? That's gonna get you straight? Yeah, probably about $1,500. I shoot her the $1,500. See, back then I wasn't rolling. I wasn't sitting on no major cash. But when you, kind of in the streets and you not necessarily going to work every day or what have you, at that time I probably had $14,000-15,000. And the reason I remember is because one day I remember counting my cash because I didn't know exactly how much I had. So I was counting my cash one day and I had it like all laid out on the table. And it was like probably $15,000. A little shy of $15,000. So I say, okay, I'm going to shoot you the $1,500. Wasn't no Cash App, wasn't no Zelle, and none of that stuff. See the Cash App that you see in the little corner right there? It says $KENZ, KENZ1000. Yeah, that's Cash App. There was no Cash App at this particular moment. Well, I'll pay you the money back. I get my taxes, and I'll make sure that I pay you the money back. Like, cool. At this point, it was the new year. I want to say it was like January of maybe 2010, 2011, somewhere right around in there. I get about $9,000 back from my taxes usually. She had 2 sons, and I'll send you the money back when I get my taxes. That's cool, man. I understand. Things happen. Like I said, I'm sitting on a little cash. Like, it's nothing significant or whatever. But just think about that, though. Think about this. And I heard somebody say it. If you needed $400, think about this now. If you needed $400, who could you call and get $400 from? Now, some people, they wouldn't have to call anybody because they have the $400. Some people could call their parents. Some people could call a best friend or a relative. But I'm talking about your average person couldn't call and get $400 from anybody. The average person probably couldn't call and get $100 from anybody. So here I am, I'm sitting on about $15,000. I got my lawn care business. I'm still kind of doing my dirt. I'm gambling or whatever. But my money fluctuates. It goes up and down because I gamble. Everything's all good. She's back to being, her jippery self. She's smiling. She's laughing. Now, some time goes past again. We continue to see each other, continuing to talk. Nothing has stopped. We hadn't fallen off whatsoever. I had never been up to Indianapolis. She would always come here. See, I was always reluctant. I'm always very, very hesitant and careful when I meet any woman, but especially a woman out of town. Now, this is no indictment or saying anything bad about women whatsoever. I love women. I love you all. But to just go out of town and, I'm looking at her like you obviously was dealing with somebody because you was dealing with somebody when I initially met you. So to go to your house and spend the weekend in a whole different state, I'm a little reluctant. But I understand that it can't always be her coming to visit me. She comes down. We kick it. Whole weekend. We have fun. I tell her, I say, listen, boo. 2 weeks, I'm going to come and see you. Because I don't like the fact that you always the one hitting the road. And, are you sure you want to come and see me? Because I don't mind driving. So now I'm going to come and see you. Okay, cool. She's happy or whatever. Before I come and see her, same situation happens. I get a text message. I hate to ask you this. Everybody always starts, I hate to ask you this, but is there any way you can send me money for my car payment? Because I took the $1,500 and I did this, but I was still behind on my car payment. And how much do you need for your car payment? I need about $560. I'm like, I'm like, all right. She's like, and I'll just add that to what I'm going to give you when I get my income tax. At this point, it's probably like, I don't know, February. We done had a good time. She done came down and kicked it. She stayed for New Year's. We went out to the club and had a good time or whatever. So I know that it was definitely past. I want to say it was probably about February. I get my taxes like next month, and I go wrap it, and which means, you know, you get them back quickly, I guess. And I'll send you the whole, you know, $2,100 or whatever. All right. I send the $560. Everything's cool. Now it's my time to go see her. It's my turn to go and actually drive up to Indianapolis. And I'm kind of anxious to see her, you know, because I hadn't seen her at this particular moment. I hadn't seen her maybe in a couple weeks or whatever, 2-3 weeks. So I drive up to Indianapolis. Get to her house. Nice little condo. It's clean. She done cooked. I can tell she's well kept. Everything's everything. I get up there like on a Friday. I think it was like a Friday. Usually Thursday or Friday. That weekend comes, we have a ball, man. I never will forget the Saints. The Saints were playing the Colts, the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm pretty sure it was the playoffs because it was February. I'm pretty sure it was the playoffs. The whole city was lit. The whole downtown, because you got the football stadium downtown, and the NBA is going on in February. So the Pacers was playing, and I think this was on a Saturday, because on the playoffs, you know, some weeks you may play on a Saturday. Whole downtown was lit, man. We ended up going to like a sports bar. We watched the game. I mean, we just had like the greatest of times. I was so happy that I went. I was supposed to leave Monday morning, first thing Monday morning when she got up to go to work. I was supposed to leave out. Well, we got a little bit too turned Sunday night, had a little bit too much to drink. So when she was leaving out for work, it was probably like 7:30. I was like, look, boo, I'm going to leave, but I need to lay down for a couple more hours because I'm just not in shape right now to just be driving. She's like, oh, you got a hangover? I was like, yeah. She's like, okay. She's like, well, you know, I'm going to leave the key. Just make sure you lock the door. Leave the key. She told me a spot to leave the key in or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I lay back down in the bed. Lay back down in the bed. Her room was upstairs. Remember, it was a condo. So her room was upstairs. Thinking that I hear something. Because I woke up. But you know how it is when you first get up. It's kind of like you up, but you're not really. I'm coherent. But I'm just kind of laying there like, man, I got to get up, take a shower, and then hit this road. Got to get going. I got to pack my stuff up or whatever. Didn't have much stuff to pack, but still, I got to get all my stuff together. So I'm sitting there thinking about the things I need to do. I heard a noise. I said noise. But I'm thinking it could be, you know, from outside or something like that. Somebody's in the house. It becomes quickly obvious that somebody's in the house. Who could this possibly be? Her kids were small at the time. I knew it wasn't them. I didn't think that it was her. But maybe she came home and surprised me. So I'm sitting there. I'm just chilling. I remain quiet. I don't say anything. But the noise is kind of getting like, I hear the TV. It seems as though somebody's in the house, and it's, you know how, like, if you're in a room, you can tell when somebody else is in the house. You know, you may hear the sound of the microwave, you may hear the toilet flush, you may hear just somebody on the phone, or just, you could blatantly tell. What the hell is this? I jump up, put my little, you know, shoes on or whatever. I walk downstairs, I see a dude. Looking at this dude. He's looking at me. He pulls his, he got his strap on him. Who was you? I'm just sitting there. I'm like, who are you? He was like, what you doing in my crib? I'm like, what? Like, I don't know if I'm dreaming. I don't know. What am I doing in your crib? What are you talking about? It's his old girl. Nah, that's my woman. And she got you up in the crib? I'm baffled. I don't know if it's my last moments on earth. This dude got a strap pointed at me. He's not ultra aggressive or anything. He's looking at me in confusion the same way I'm looking at him in confusion. I say, look, bro, I don't know what the situation is. And I made a mistake. I really made a mistake by telling him I'm not even from here. I'm from Kentucky, bro. I never should have done that. But at the time, that's what I said. You don't tell somebody if you from out of town, a person would know, shoot, he from out of town. I could really do him something and nobody will know. He's not even from here. I made that mistake, but that's what I said. I got to keep it real with you. Dude ended up, putting the gun back in his, wherever he had it in his little waist or whatever. He's like, bro, how long you been here? I'm like, bro. So we got to talking. I met at the casino and, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing about no situation. Ain't no way that I was just getting ready to leave. But I heard a noise, so I came down here and he was like, well, me and old girl, man, we kind of back and forth. We ain't really together like that, but we are. We just back and forth. I was like, bro, she ain't never said nothing to me about nothing like that, man, because ain't no way I was going to come and chill and kick it. I said, this is my first time ever coming down here or whatever. Dude ended up being all right. I hurry up. I got my stuff. I'm gone. I ain't brushed my teeth or none of that stuff. I'm gone, man. And so, I leave. When I leave, I end up calling her at work. Now, she had one of those type of jobs to where she couldn't always talk on her phone. Well, she already knew what it was because dude had been blowing her phone up. I had called her. I drive the whole way home. Take me about 3 hours. I drive slow. By the time I stop, got gas and, hit the road or whatever, it takes me about 3 hours to get home. I'm furious. I could have lost my life. Here I am in your house later. See, this is why I say I'm very, very hesitant to go over to a woman's house initially when I meet her, and especially out of state. I've met plenty of women out of state, but typically it never goes anywhere because I'm not going to go there initially, not to their house. Maybe I'll give me a hotel room or something like that. And even that's sketchy because you don't know who you're dealing with. Same way she doesn't know who she's dealing with coming to see you. We end up talking later on that evening. I am so sorry. I know you hate me. It was nothing like that. He's my ex. And we still cool and everything. I didn't even know that he had a key to the house. He had told me that he gave me the key back. So evidently he must have had a key made. I would never put you in that predicament, that situation. I'm pissed, man. First argument that we ever really had. Not really an argument, but disagreement. I am fit to be tied, man. He's not like that. Yeah, I know he had a gun, but he's not a violent type. But what if he was? What if he was like that? What if the situation that... So obviously that you all are still messing with each other in some form of capacity. No, he just won't let it go. Okay, so if he won't let it go, why would you have me come to your house? He never shows up at my house. I don't know what to do at this point. I know I need to leave her alone. But now I done developed feelings for her. I'm thinking about that body. Oh, I'm really thinking about that body. She gets to crying. I'm so sorry. And every time I find somebody that's special, I mess it up. And get me feeling guilty as though I did something. Don't cry. One thing about me, I cannot stand to hear or see a woman cry. Don't cry. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. We get back on good terms. Never really was on bad terms very long. But I'm thinking about this situation the entire time. Things were never really quite the same for me, and I believe she sensed it. Next week, couple weeks, what have you, she comes down. It's getting closer and closer to income tax time. Shit hit me up. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to pay this bill. I need like $200. And if I can't pay the bill, then my electric or something's going to be cut off. Stupid is as stupid does. I send her the $200. See, if you my woman, if you somebody that I'm dealing with on a regular basis like that, and I got it, I'm not going to let you just sit there and just struggle. Now, I can't always be the hero. I guess I can in a sense. Just $200. I sent it. I knew she had all this money coming anyway. I just wanted my money back. Mainly the $1,500. That was the main thing I was concerned with. I wanted my $1,500 back. Yeah, I did. She ends up coming down. Once again, we kick it. We have a good time. We get drunk or whatever. Next morning, I get up to go get us something to eat. I grab my money. It's like $400 missing. $400 missing. Where my bread at? Looking around, I don't see the money nowhere. That's not, obviously, it's not all the money that I had, but the money that I had on me, I probably had maybe, it was a little bit under $500. I only got maybe about 60 something dollars. 400 is just gone. I'm never quick to judge me. I'm never quick to accuse anybody of anything. But after I really, really thought about it, I said, well, maybe I dropped it. I mean, after all, we were kind of drunk. We was having a good time. We'd had a get together. People came over to the house. They met her. You know, the people that hadn't met her, some of the people had met her, what have you. And it was the same situation. She was sitting on the couch. She had on these pink sweatpants. She got up to go to the bathroom or walk to the back room. Everybody in the whole house was looking. They was trying to be discreet because I guess they didn't want to disrespect me. I didn't care. How can you not look? Even the women was looking. God damn. For you all that are cool and know about hip hop, you remember in that Wankster video? You a gangster, but you never pop nothing. Say you a angster, but you never. That 50 Cent video, when he first came out, there was a woman that had on the red sweatpants, and it said G-Unit across the back of her sweatpants. If you all remember that, very few probably do, but for the ones that do, and if you care to remember it, just Google Wankster by 50 Cent. And she's in the very beginning of the video. She had on red sweatpants. And it says G-Unit, as I mentioned, across the back of the sweatpants. She was built just like that. You heard me? The whole house was looking. It was probably about, I don't know, 15, 20 people in the house. She was that. That was the night before, as I mentioned. A little get-together we had. We was drinking, having fun. 400's missing. I know I didn't drop it because if I dropped it in the house, somebody would have gave it to me. Or maybe they wouldn't have. But it's not like me to lose any money. Now I'm thinking about some of the things that she's told me. See, her ex, she used to call him friend boy. She used to be like, yeah, my ex friend boy. That's what she referred to him as. When he was asleep and he was drunk, I would go in his wallet and just take out whatever I wanted to take out. I got to thinking about that. Had old Ken's been got? Has she gone in my wallet and grabbed the 400? I didn't want to believe it. But I also knew I probably didn't drop that money. And I also knew that the money didn't grow legs and just walk away or grow wings and fly away. Fly, fly, fly. Hello, Clarice. The last person that tried to interview me, I just delivered with some fiber beans. Now fly on back to your nest, Clarice. Fly, fly, fly. So I knew that the money didn't just fly away. She was helping me look for it. No, baby, I remember when you ordered this and you pulled your money out and you... All right, I charge it to the game. I chalk it up. Maybe I lost it. I don't want to accuse anybody of something. I didn't see her. I was telling my partner about it. He's like, bro, she took that money. She took that money. I didn't want to believe it. So now this is the second thing that's on my mind. I haven't really gotten the fact of dude coming into the house. So now I'm wondering if she's really messing with him. She would always get off the phone with me early. Remember when I said initially we would talk to the wee hours of the morning, you know, not late, because I did understand she had to go to work, but now every night she's getting off the phone at like 9 o'clock. And it's like clockwork, getting off the phone at like 9 o'clock. We usually would talk to at least 12 or 1, sometimes later. W3 calls me one night. Shout out to W3, man. He calls me one night. Man, let's hit this casino, bro. I'm not really the type that hits the casino late like that. I usually like to go early, do what I need to do there, and get back. 3 would go to the casino because the casino's 24 hours. Ain't nothing but like an hour and a half away. A little bit less than an hour and a half, to be honest. I had just talked to her, I don't know. We got off the phone at 9 o'clock. That was her new routine, getting off the phone at 9. We go to the casino. We at the casino, I'm at the dice table. I'm not even at the blackjack table. He's like, hey, bro. Oh, girl's at the table. Oh. It's like, oh, girl, your girl, she's at the table. I'm like, nah, it can't be my girl. She's in the bed. She sleep. She got to go work in the morning. I go over to the table. It's her. She's at the casino. Now, she's in Indianapolis. The casino is in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Takes her about an hour and a half. About the same distance. Takes her about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes to get there. Same way it takes us to get, hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. She's at the blackjack table playing, damn, boo, what's up? Oh, I know what this looks like. I just couldn't sleep. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I just jump in my car and drive to the casino. And first time I ever heard of this. We sit down at the table, whatever, we playing. She ain't lost all her money. She's in the dumps. I'm not going to just have money and let her just sit there. So I'm putting money, I'm giving her money or whatever. She ends up winning. Everybody at the table wins that night. She ends up winning like $1,200, $1,300. So I guess it was a good thing that she did see me. We go our separate ways, whatever. We on the drive home. I'm telling W3, something just ain't right about her, man. It's too many coincidences. It's too many, not necessarily coincidences, but it's starting to be a pattern of occurrences. Yeah, man, I feel you, man. You got to be careful, man. So, we talked for a couple more weeks. Now at this point, it's probably like April. No mentionings of no money, no taxes or nothing like that. You've been telling me all this time in March. So I bring it up. What's up with the bread? I haven't gotten it yet. I filed them, but they haven't come in yet. This is April. I ain't tripping. I still got money. I'm not tripping on it whatsoever. I have a bad stretch at the casino. I'm talking about I lose probably 8,000-9,000 within 3 trips. It's a bad stretch. Now I'm down to my last couple thousand. I'm trying to get back. I'm down to my last couple thousand. I'm asking her about this bread. Another 3 weeks done passed. She's still talking about she ain't got the money. So now that at that particular moment, we started to arguments started to, take place. What do you mean you ain't got the money? Here, this is the middle of April. You ain't got the money. I mean, eventually she admits that she got the money. I don't see why I got to send you the money back. I mean, I sent you. Yeah, you did do it. You did do that to help me out, but that's what you're supposed to do. You my man. I'm like, yeah, but that wasn't the agreement. The agreement was you came to me and asked me for this money and said that you would send it back when you got your taxes. I didn't. That wasn't the agreement. I done took a little L. I need to climb back. Now all of a sudden she got an attitude with me. She's not answering my phone calls. Or she's being short with me and not answering my text. I'm not blowing her up. I'm not doing anything like that, harassing her. But she done flip-flopped and got an attitude with me. I put something on Facebook. I was like, don't you hate when a person, when they come to you humbly, asking you for something? Never mention her name. Nobody even knows her. The people on my friends list, nobody even knows her. Yes, I was speaking about her, but nobody even knew who I was speaking about. They come to you humbly when they need the money, but then when they get the money, now they whole attitude, demeanor just totally changes. Oh, you little money. And that's what she said to me. Oh, you little $2,000 I owe you. Actually, it's more than $2,000, to be honest. Plus, I'm gonna need you to add that $400 on there too. That mysteriously flew away. Fly. Oh, so you thought that I took your money? Listen, man, just give me my money. Now they done went to, hey, baby, how you doing? I miss you today. I love you. Hey, when you gonna send my money, man? I ain't got to send you nothing. That's what we on. Is this what this is about? So you saying you're not gonna send me the money that you owe me? First of all, I'm gonna just tell you like this. I ain't no broke, I ain't no broke B word. You see what I'm saying? You think I really needed that money like that? I don't know. I just went off what you told me. I ain't need your money because friend boy, speaking of the dude that came in the house, he makes sure that my account is straight. I got $4,000 that goes through my account every month. He makes sure that my account is straight. I'd never be. I said, so why would you ask me for the money? I mean, if you gonna send it, why wouldn't I? Cool. That's cool. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I hang up the phone. We don't talk for a good 2 weeks. She's calling me after about a week, blowing my phone up. I finally answer. Yeah, what's up? Listen, man, I don't like the way that things ended between us or whatever. I don't like the way that things went. Can I come down and see you this weekend? I said, look, man, you gonna send my money? Here you go with this money stuff again. I mean, what do you mean here I go with this money stuff again? Like, you owe me money. Are you gonna bring my money? Are you gonna send my money? I told you I don't have the money. I had to pay this and I had to pay that and yeah, but you just told me $4,000 goes through your account every month and friend boys make sure you're straight and look, I just want to come and see you. This is not the way that things were supposed to end and the way that things were supposed to be. I'm sorry, I apologize or whatever. Nah, I can't do it. I wanted to see, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm some dumb, I'm not plumb dumb. Nah, I'm cool, man. I'm good. Oh, so you on that now? So she blowing my phone up. I hang up. She blowing my phone up. She will not stop calling me. She leaves me a message. That's cool. I know where you live at. And me and a couple of my male friends or whatever, we gonna come down and we gonna do this and we gonna do that. Okay. Well, you might. I don't know what you gonna do. And the situation just, from that point, she just eventually got the point and she stopped calling me. Because I wouldn't answer her calls anymore. Over the years, we would it would be hit and miss, 1 minute she's my friend on Facebook, 1 minute she's not, then she send a friend request. I look on her and check on her. I wouldn't say anything, but I look on her and see how she's doing or what. I seen that she gotten with somebody and she moved to a whole different state. I forget where she moved at, but it was a totally different state. And out of the blue, when she needed something, started off as, hey, how you doing? I was just thinking about you. But when it all came down to it, when it all hit the fan, well, you was the only one that I could really think of, and I knew that you had it. You gonna try to bubble me up. I knew that you had it. You was the only one that I knew that I could count on. And of course, I'll give it back to you. I ain't got nothing for you, boo. Really? I ain't got nothing for you. I know you. I know you got it. I didn't say I didn't got it. I didn't say I didn't have it. I just don't have anything for you. I see you still childish. I see you still on that, being holding grudges. I ain't holding no grudges. Everybody plays the fool. Everybody plays the fool. Oh yeah, sometimes. But will I continue to play the fool? So you can fool me once, you can fool me twice. And the second time, you probably really not even fooled me. But that third time, it's not going to happen. And I don't care how many years it's been. I don't care. She still look good. I looked at her picture. She still stacked. Look like she ain't aged a bit. I'm talking about body. Blow. Oh, my God. But I refused to get back into that situation, if you will. Just nipped it in the bud initially. Now I suspect that I won't hear from her probably ever again. And if I do, it'll be several years when she probably finds herself in a bind and needs something again. I don't know. But there was a song back in the 90s. And it was titled, Can't Never Trust a Big Butt and a Smile. Now, I'm not saying every woman that has a big butt and has a pretty smile is capable of that. Oh, they're capable of it. But I'm not saying every woman will actually do those things. But I keep that in mind, man. Never trust a big butt and a smile. At least initially, don't. See, she thought I was a fool. And perhaps I played the fool. Kept sending her money. I wonder how... I just really wonder where that really would have gone to. I guess she thought that I was going to save her. Can't save her. You don't want to be saved. I can't save her. But I was saving her momentarily. But she wanted old kids to continue saving them. Fellas, man, when you meet, and this goes for women too. This definitely goes for women, probably more so, but I'm going to just say fellas because typically it's us traveling and driving. When you meet these women in state, especially out of state, understand, especially when she looks like this particular woman that I've described, it's typically somebody. And if it's not somebody, it's somebody that was there previous or prior to you that perhaps maybe is not willing to let it go. I mean, who wants to let something like that go? Understand that you're potentially putting yourself in danger when you go to these women's house. You don't know if the dude still has a key or not. Just because he's saying, okay, give me my key. Even if she has the doors, the locks changed. That don't stop him from pulling up. I've had a few situations to where I've been over a young lady's house and the baby's daddy or the ex or whatever just pulled up. Because she's sending false narratives. Not all the time. Sometimes she's told him it's over with, I'm done, and he just doesn't get it and he won't leave her alone. But there are also situations to where she's sending, false narratives, false, sketchy signals, if you will. She's been with him from time to time, then she don't deal with him for a month or two, then she lays down with him, then she doesn't deal with him. So in his mind, he's not, able or ready to just walk away from that. I was in grave danger. I was in a situation where I easily could have found myself, or somebody else would have found me. No telling where. Made the mistake of telling him that I wasn't from that area. And I felt as though I gave it enough time before I went to go see her, visit her. I mean, this was months in. Understand the situation. Get to know a person. Understand the situation that you in while you're in it. Because you don't want to find yourself in a situation that I was in where the dude has the ups on you and you don't know what's going on. He looking at you, you looking at him. Could have been my last moments, man. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Real Kens TV, Free J Williams. Shout out to everybody that supports the channel, man.